Hey loves, Iman here. So today I'm sharing a wonderful workshop on emotional release and liberation that I offer on my programs and my coaching, but I'm offering a very brief version of it, not with the practice, not with the whining, just with some basic of the theory. And the reason why it's because I know that not everyone can go and buy the package or buy a coaching or buy at least this specific workshop and allow themselves to go through. And because I know the benefits are so amazing, and this channel is where I get to offer my shifts, my gifts and transformation shifting experiences for free, then I will share some part of it. And this idea just came to me now spontaneously as I just finished the recording for my clients. And I was like, well, I might as well just offer something for free spontaneously right now. So let's see how that is going to come out, right? Um, so let's go to the next slide. The objective for it is to support for embodiments, for practices, to find a way to hold your emotions on the challenging days. And within a bit, you will understand why that's important. Um, we're not going to go through the whole thing. It's just going to be a part of it. So let's ignore this. Skipping through. All right, let's go through understanding the stress cycle. So stress cycle, uh, we have the stressor, which is not the same thing as stress, and this is in a nervous system perspective. So you may be familiar with those words with different meanings, but this is the word in somatic neurobiological approach. So stressor is something that activates the stress response in your body. It can be anything that you perceive as a potential source of harm. So perception is the important part here. As animals in a savanna, we are mammals, we are animals. So like an animal in the wild, you will perceive danger when the lion is in the room, for example, your predator. And the same thing if you perceive something as a predator in your life, and that can be an electrical bill. It can be your body image. You're wearing something that's more revealing or reveals something that you don't consider particularly charming in your body. Self-criticism, family, cultural norms, expectations, climate change, the future, news, experience of discrimination like racism, xenophobia, transphobia, anyphobia. So the stressor is perceived, and it's not something linear. So perhaps in a day that you're more regulated, you slept well, you went to the toilet well, everything is doing good in your body, you have like a wider window of tolerance, and things don't are not triggering as stressors, catalysts for this process in your body. But maybe in other days you are overworked, you had some deadlines, you have a child that is feeling ill, and in this day you are not so resourced, and in this day many things become stressors. So let's just say stressors is a part that activates, and the stress is the physiological and neurological shift that happens in the body when we encounter one or multiple of those stressors. So stressor is perceived. The lion doesn't need to be there, but you perceived as it was there. So now you have a physiological, neurobiological shift happening in your body when you encountered, regardless of how you reacted to it. regardless of what you believe this to be a threat or not. This is nervous system here. We are not talking about mini making and logical mind. So a physiological, neurological shift that happen in your body is the stress in this context of this video. And that came from any stressor, like a discrimination that you went through, someone said something that didn't land well with your body, landed as a perceived threat, and now you have a physiological and neurological shift that happened regardless of you noticing it or not. And then a stress response started right after. So what would be the stress response? A combination of a hormonal and neurological activity that initiates physiological changes. For example, increased heartbeat, faster breathing, muscles tense up, short-term thinking, focused eyes, slower digestion. Again, the stressor was a perceived threat. It was a catalyst that initiated a stress response. And this is automatic in your body. You didn't make a decision for it. You cannot decide to stop it or not. It just happens. You have an increased heartbeat even if you didn't notice. You have faster breathing. Your muscles tensed up. You're now thinking like the lion is in the room. You're not going to make plans for holidays. Now it's a short-term thinking. Your eyes are focused. Your digestion is low, right? Rest and digest is not available now. Now is the moment to engage in either fight, flight, or freeze. As an animal response, the stress responses are survival responses. You will fight it. You will fight the lion if you are big enough and you stand a chance, or you fly. You will flee the situation. You run away as fast as you can to not be caught, or you will freeze if the lion is strong and big enough and your head is already in its mouth, and now you freeze because the lion does not want to eat dead meat. It's cold, you're cold, you're barely breathing, you perceived as dead, so the lion's like, ew, next zebra please, and goes away. So here we're using freeze and tonic immobility as one, just to keep this very simple here. So fight, flight, or a freeze. And in the case of humans, we also have phoning, right? So if you're having a bully at school, you're third grade, they are eighth grade, they caught you. Now you cannot freeze because you're still gonna get beaten up. What are you gonna do? You will phone, you bring a pizza, you'd make it, you try to use your situation around to be so cute. You show your big eyes and your pink cheeks and be like, I'm too cute for you to beat me. Whatever is the neurobiological response, hormonal response that your body will have for phoning. Again, these are automatic survival mechanisms. It's not a thing you've done on purpose. So if listening to this took you to remember situations in your life that you may have froze or phone, and now you look back and you're just so pissed that that's how you reacted, remember, these are survival. Show yourself compassion that with what you knew, where you're at, this was the best you could offer. And please feel free to pause this video and attend to your bodily needs if you notice that this landed too intense. Sometimes when you phone, you freeze, you react to something with numbing, and you realize that in the future you may find yourself with guilt. Or why did I run away and I leave the other person if there was someone else? This is just so complex. So just attend to yourself and come back to this video when you're resourced and well. There's no need to watch it all at once. But yes, So that is basically a stress response. The whole workshop is so much bigger. If you can see, this is page 6. There's so much more there explained, and I go on details and explain emotions and so forth. But right now, for sake of this video, I just wanted to explain a little bit on the stress cycle and say that this workshop is available. If you'd like to visit my website, the link is below, and perhaps have this emotional release practice for you. How I go with this is I explain the stress cycle first, and then I come to explain emotions as per Tantra, and emotion as an energy, and how this may have got trapped and how it affected your health and your energy levels and your understanding and your capacity to develop and grow, and especially attain pleasure, how these incompleted stress cycles may have been the reason why you don't access your full erotical sexual potential, or the create the best versions of sexual experiences and orgasms that you may have not yet tapped into. And again, there are many ways to complete those stress cycles, but since they happen in the body, it's not by logical thinking. You once you realize that you may have many of them locked, and that your body may be showing symptoms, and you may have been medicating yourself with alcohol, or have received, prescribed medication, and understand that there is a way out. Neuroplasticity is there. Our body can really recover from so much, even if you have a label diagnosis. So there is a way there to go through. This workshop is 3 hours. Okay, I'm showing here like 15 minutes or something, but I come in to present many ways how you can complete this stress cycle, and I go through 2 practices demonstrating how you can complete it on your own. If you can't afford to do a full coaching, if you want to have a practice for yourself, that's what is available there. For now, what I can tell you is, once you're aware that you may have stress cycles that have been stored as trauma in your body, and you're noticing symptoms on your health that are showing that there are unresolved patterns there, I offer many somatic tools that can help you with this integration in many of my other videos here. So thank you so much for your time, and I really hope this was helpful.